To the life puzzle. Now, what I'd like to give you is what I think are the 5 major pieces to the life puzzle. 5 major pieces to the life puzzle. If we can study each of the pieces and then put it all together, the chances of it running well are just a lot better. Simply what you know. And what you know greatly affects how your life works out. We might also add what you don't know greatly affects how your life works out. The idea you miss could be the missing number in trying to put the numbers in the lock. So, what you don't know will hurt you. To correct an old cliche. And to correct another one, ignorance is not bliss. It's important to know. It's important to get the information. Now, we do something very important with what we know. We weigh it. That's another good word. We weigh. Weigh everything before you do it, before you buy it, before you try it. Make sure you weigh it. Everything you get ready to do, you got to decide whether it's a major or a minor. And you don't want to give minor things major time. You don't want to give something insignificant significant amounts of your energy. So we simply use the phrase weigh before you pay. Sophisticated people learn to weigh everything.
Let's go. Let's go. Good morning, family. Rise and shine. Another blessed and grateful day. Super excited, fired up, ready to go ahead and dive into today. We are actually on the end of the week, Friday, January 6th. It's been a great start to the year so far. I see the growth. I see everybody tapping in, getting very intentional with all of these different aspects so far: the mind, the body, the spirit, the faith, society, finances. So I see everybody taking the time to go ahead and become the best version of yourself. I'm proud of you. I appreciate you. And just know we are just warming up for the new year. So let's drop a little bit of gratitude down below to go ahead and start the day before we go ahead and get rolling. Let me go ahead and get live on IG so they can get tapped in. What is everybody grateful for coming into today? Here we go. Awesome. So family, grateful for God, so grateful for the mind, for the body, for the spirit. I'm grateful for the family. I'm grateful for all that is happening for us in life and is not happening to us. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you guys taking the time for yourself, right? I'm grateful for everybody out there that is ready to go ahead and step into the highest version of themselves. We got a lot going on, a lot of momentum coming in for the month of January. We've got Break the Code coming up in literally about 2.5 weeks. So there's a lot going down, a lot momentum, a lot of withdrawals, a lot of ka-chings coming from all different angles. So family, just know we are positioned at the right place, right time, right people. Now that's left to do is to absolutely take action and go ahead and run the play. So here we go, family. We're talking about the 5 basics today, right? If there's a training that I really want to give you guys coming into the beginning of the year, this is the one, right? And everything we've done, honestly, so far this week has been phenomenal. And all of it is setting each one of us up to go out and see massive success coming in to the new year, right? So 5 basics of change. I learned this honestly 4 years ago, and I've never forgot it ever since, because this is what I've been able to see is what it really takes. Now, there's a difference between knowing it and implementing. You see, I knew about some of this, but it took me a while to really implement all of it together. So today, all of you can save the time, right? That's the beauty of having a mentor. You get to be able to save the time to learn from their mistakes, so you don't have to go ahead and learn from theirs. That's why as a mentor, we want you to go ahead and see success way faster than we did. And you have the opportunity to do that if you can catch these, learn these, and implement it ASAP, right? Hit the ground rolling with this play. So here we go. The 5 basics to change to actually create massive success, to have this year be the year for you in 2023. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, here we go. Number 1, the first basic is going to be, who do you listen to? Okay, and everything that we're talking about right here, a lot of this comes from Kevin Trudeau, right? So those of you that don't know, yes, we've been on a morning rituals challenge, honestly, since way back in, where we at? Way back in 2022. And I'll actually show you guys real quick so you can see we've been actually at this for a while, right? So this is how many days we've been going through this challenge, just so you guys can see. Look at this. We filled up a whole notebook, day 70, day 80. We flew past that one. Now we're into the second one right here. And we have just hit day 160. So if you guys have been consistent, if you've been at it, drop it down below. What day are you guys on as far as writing down your blessings, getting your journaling down? I want you to think about that. Think about somebody that's written down their blessings, they're journaled for 160 days straight, and just put them against somebody that hasn't done it at all. 1111, paint your vision. Look at how different just those individuals are by simply the morning routine. You guys are going to see when I drop my post today how important it is to go ahead and really get this side situated. But yeah, so for you guys, go ahead and putting the days in. I'm proud of you. I see you. Let's go. But here's what I want to get into, okay? We're actually going on another challenge. I love challenges because it puts a little bit of pressure. It wakes you up a little bit. So here's the next challenge. Your wish is your command, okay? There's 13 to 14 different episodes inside of this particular playlist. Each one of them is around an hour long. And if you take the time to really go through it, to really listen and be intentional, I promise you, these are audios that will stick with you for the rest of your life. You're never going to be the same after you listen to these. The way you look at frequency, the way you look at law of attraction, the way that you see manifestation is going to be completely different. For those of you that don't know, right, Define Dreams, I don't know if you know this or not, but a big part of where my name came from, that confirmation, actually came from Kevin Trudeau. He talks about it a lot inside of his series, being able to define your dreams, right? Most people live an average stagnant life because they've never taken the time to actually define their own dreams and actually figure out what do they desire, what are they here to do, what is the impact that they like to go ahead and really lead. So this is big, right? So who do you listen to, right? For myself, Kevin Trudeau, Bob Proctor, Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, right? All the phenomenal educators and mentors that we have inside of this company, right? So mentors is both. Mentors is people that we actually know. Mentors can actually be people that have already passed, right? Sean G. Murphy, I'm so thankful for Sean, right? All of these different individuals that we can now cut the learning curve by being able to stand on the shoulders of giants, right? Being able to get around the information can save us so much time. It's not even funny. So the first question is going to be, who do we listen to? Okay. Now I want to get a little bit deeper inside of the academy so we can really see success coming in this next 90 days, in this next 6 months, in this next 2023 year, right? Who are the educators that you're going to lock in with for the next 6 months? What do you really want to learn? Do you really want to learn how to become a self-sufficient trader? Do you want to learn how to really get funded in your account and have 50, 100,000 to be able to trade with? So you're not even trading with your money, right? Like Natalia just made 6 figures in one day because she's put in the time, she's put in the 10,000 hours into the skill set, and now she's reaping the benefits of the rewards, right? So do you really want to master trading? If the answer is yes, smart money, bounce back. This is going to be the way for you, right? We have the educators, we have the right people to listen to really cut the learning curve. So that's the trading side, right? Do you want to get serious with e-commerce, right? Chris Reef, Ari. We have these educators that have spent all the time, that have spent so much in the field that now we get to learn from their mistakes. Now we don't have to go out and waste thousands on advertising, play with all these different products that aren't selling. We get to learn straight from them. Okay, so this is big. So what educators do you really want to lock in with? Maybe you want to dig in with social media. Maybe you say, you know what, this is the year I'm ready to go ahead and really build my brand. I'm ready to go ahead and get viral. I'm ready to go ahead and give value to the masses at a serious level. So maybe you want to build your social media, right? The mindset. For those of you that don't know, if you have the empowered package, you actually get MMX for free, which is a game changer. You can have any 2 packages that you want: trading and travel, e-commerce and social media, right? Crypto and stocks. It doesn't matter which 2 packages that you have, all of them, no matter what you get, comes with MMX. I don't know if you guys know how serious it is to even have MMX. With that, number one, it's so limited right now that you're going to be able to learn from Neno, Matt Rosa, all of these different mindset educators, Millie Mills, at a close personal level, to where you're actually getting one-on-one mentorship with these individuals. You got to think about that. Like, these are some of the top 1%, not just in the company. Some of them are actually in the whole industry. And you have the chance to be able to learn from them directly. We have the chance to be able to ask questions personally. So if you're not plugged in with Empowered, if you guys don't have MMX, I strongly encourage you to go ahead and get locked in, because this is everything. Who we listen to has a huge correlation of our results coming in to 2023. So that's number one. Number one is going to be, who do we listen to? Okay. Number two is going to be known as your teachability index, right? Your teachability index. What is that? It's very simple. It's your willingness to learn times your willingness to change. You see, the issue, what I've seen with most people, and this was me, right? If we're being honest, I had a very high willingness to learn, but my willingness to change was a little bit slow. It had a little bit of a jet lag effect, right? Because I would get on calls, I would be there, but I wasn't really there. I'd be on there, but I'd have things going in the background. So here's the difference, okay? If you have a high willingness to learn, that means you show up on these calls. You're plugged into the Go Live. You're in the Telegram. You're in the chats. You're showing up, right? If that's you, give yourself a pat on the back. I love that. That's phenomenal. You have a high willingness to learn, okay? Which is huge. That's very important, right? But here's the difference, okay? Your teachability index is only determined by your willingness to learn times your willingness to actually accept change. You see, a lot of people, how many of us have already written down our congratulations letter for 2023? This is something that's new. We had a high willingness to learn, so we got on the call, we heard the information, but who actually took the time to write your congratulations letter, to write out your story for 2023? You see, that's the difference. My story's already been wrote out, family. I've already written it. I've already seen it clear for 20. It's right here. I've already seen my entire year planned out, played out, envisioned, felt it, embodied it in my spirit, in my soul, right? So if you don't take the time to define your dreams, I'm going to tell you right now, the world is going to define your dreams for you. And most of the time, it's not very pretty. It's not very exciting. In fact, it's pretty depressing because you're not living at your highest purpose. You're not living at your highest potential. So this is big. This is all things that I had to learn along the journey that really allowed me to get a shift, right? If you caught Neno's call this morning, shift. This was big. Allowed me to create a huge shift in my paradigm, okay? So high willingness to accept change is going to be the game changer, right? We've all heard about morning rituals, morning routines, having to actually, show up to see results, getting on Go Lives, asking questions. This is the difference with high willingness to change, right? We can get on the calls, but the willingness to actually take what it is that we learn and implement it, that's a whole different level, okay? So huge one. Number 3, training balance scale. Some of you heard this, some of you don't. If you don't know what the training balance scale is, actually really interesting, okay? It's interesting, but it's also very simple. Success, right? We've all heard it by now. Those of you who've been locked in with the Dream Team, success is 90 to 99% spiritual. And believe it or not, what's crazy? It's only 10% physical. Success is only 10% physical. So what are the physical activities? Real quick. The physical activities is things like trainings, events, solution calls, right? Not op calls, solution calls, skill sets, being able to learn all these different areas of the business, e-commerce, trading. That's the physical things, okay? Now let me teach you the 90 to 99%. This is where everything lies. This is where all the magic really happens. You ready? The spiritual side of success. This is your faith. This is your belief. This is our gratitude. This is the prayers that we talk about in the morning. This is the time that we're spending all alone to really journal and put things down on paper. Our affirmations, our afformations, our self-talk, our feelings, our emotions. Guess what? Everything that was just talked about is intangible. It's spiritual. You can't touch any of those things. You can't touch belief. You can't touch your faith. But without it, I'm going to tell you right now, success is going to be very difficult. So when you really think about it, I had to stop at the beginning, stop thinking about money, stop thinking about my bank account, stop thinking about withdrawing for a second. And I had to get really serious about all of those different things, the deep work, right? When you wake up in the morning, this is literally going to be my post as soon as we get off of this call. When we wake up in the morning, are we reactive, just checking our phone, checking social media? Are we waking up before we even move, thanking God for being alive, thanking God that we can actually breathe today? And then getting out of bed and going straight to the journal, getting out of bed and going straight to the book, right? Or straight to practicing your yoga. This is the deep work that it really takes when you combine the physical and you combine the spiritual and they collide. This is where manifestation is truly born, okay? So this is big. That's number 3. Number 4 is going to be the 4 levels of learning, right? For those of you that don't know, there's 4 levels of learning. You've heard it, maybe you haven't. But if you can truly understand it at a deeper level, you're going to understand why it is that some individuals are at the levels that they're at, because they've been able to go and grow through the 4 levels of learning. So here we go. I got two more points for you guys before we wrap up today, right? Number 4, stick with me. Number 4 is going to be the first one, 4 levels of learning. Number 1 is going to be unconscious incompetence, right? What does that mean? We don't know what we don't know, right? You don't know the bad habits that are holding you back, so we keep doing them. We've all been there, right? I didn't know how much of a bad habit it was for me staying up so late, and then I was getting up late. By the time I was getting up, I already missed half of the day. Some people were getting more done by 11 o'clock by the time I got up than I would go out and do in the whole day. So I had to realize I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know how much that was hurting me. So I just kept doing it. And I kept wondering why the results weren't changing. Well, that was a big one until I moved to the second level of learning, right? Which is going to be competence in competence, conscious incompetence. So what is this? Conscious incompetence is simply you know what you aren't doing, and you know what those bad habits are, but we're still doing it. We know we should be getting up early. We know we should probably be eating alkaline food and drinking some alkaline water, right? We know this, but we're still not acting on it. We know we should be showing up on the calls. We know we should be asking questions plugged in inside of the Telegram, but we're still not doing it. You see, I've been there. I know what that's like. This is why every one of these levels, I had to go through these as well. So if any of these strikes a button, don't worry, you're not alone. We all go through these stages, okay? But it's important to understand where you're at inside of your journey. What season are you in right now, okay? Number 3 is known as conscious competence. What is conscious competence? You are consciously working on doing something new and learning it, right? You're plugging in every day, right? Lady Boss Nikki's been absolutely on fire plugging in the Go Live. She's religious with it right now, right? She's excited. She's ready to go ahead and plug in after this call so she can go ahead and learn and implement what it is that she's actually taking in, okay? So you're constantly working on now you became conscious, and now you've consciously started not diving into those bad habits anymore and actually doing things that are beneficial for you. So boom, I started getting up a little bit earlier. I started actually, if we're being honest, you know what's funny about this whole thing, fam? I wasn't a journaler. I really wasn't. If I'm being truthful, this was one of my biggest weaknesses. Okay, I wasn't used to doing this, but I had to get to it to get myself to a shift to understand that this is where the magic happens. Without the deep work, it's called shallow work, and guess what? Shallow work, you get shallow results, and that's how I was living my life. I was stuck at $2,000 a month for so long, and I wondered why I was there. It's because I wasn't really taking the time to do the deep work. Right? I knew what I should be doing, but I wasn't doing it until I made a conscious decision to say, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm tired of seeing others soar by. I'm ready to go ahead and step into those shoes and see what I can actually really become. So I wasn't a reader. I wasn't big at taking notes. I wasn't big on meditation. I wasn't big on journaling, but I started to see, I know what these are. I see others that are winning. They're all doing these things. Success leaves clues if you pay attention. But I finally got to level 3. I said, you know what? It's time to implement. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to start doing a call every single day at 11 o'clock because Nano was doing his at 9. You see, he used to get up late. Same thing as me. And he said, you know what? I'm going to get up early, develop morning rituals, and people started to see it into a point where he started a call, and then it became viral. Now he's an MMX educator. So I say, you know what? I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to get up early, and I'm going to do a call holding value every single day. I'm not going to miss rain, sleet, snow, or shine. And I've done it. I've literally done it for three years now, right? 2 of them have been documented on YouTube. The whole year before that, I have a year full of Zooms that I've done. I've done this call at 11 a.m. for 3 years plus. So think about that level of consistency. Think about all the things that I had to change in order to create this level that you guys see right now. I wasn't confident in speaking. I wasn't fluent. I used to stutter. I used to be terrible at making videos. But I understood these were things that others were winning with. And I knew if they could do it, why couldn't I learn the same similar skills, but just tweak it and make it my own? And now you are able to do the same thing. Take what it is that those are doing that are winning, take it, tweak it, and make it your own. You see, good artists copy, great artists steal, right? Picasso said that. So steal the information, tweak it, and make it your own. Last but not least is going to be unconscious competence. What does this mean? Everybody go like this. Flip your hands over and look at it. You know your name like the back of your hands. You know your favorite color like the back of your hands. What happens when you start developing all these rituals and it just becomes uncomfortable, it becomes not normal to not journal, to not meditate. It feels weird when you don't get your yoga in the morning. You feel uncomfortable if you don't get grounded, if you don't sun gaze, if you don't catch the sunset, right? This is the new you that's been waiting inside of you all along. This is what's been right next to your skin all along. When you really start digging deep, you put in the time, you put the hours in, you're going to feel weird not doing all of these things. And for those of you that have been on for a certain amount of period of days, you know what I'm talking about. When the hurricane hit and we couldn't, and it was hard to do certain things, I was like, man, I feel off. I feel weird. It's because it's become a part of me now. It's second nature. It becomes second nature to get on Go Lives. It becomes second nature to show up in the chats. It becomes second nature to call my mentors. It becomes second nature to put out value and content every day. But guess what? Before, that was something I wasn't aware about. And then it got to a point where I knew about I should be doing it. And then I realized, you know what? Let me just start small and we're going to grow as we go. And now it's compiled to the point where now we've created this beautiful soup. Now we put all of these different flavors together, and now we've created this beautiful concoction. So as you grow, that's what it's about. It's about habit stacking. You start with journaling, then you add meditation, then you add yoga, then you add maybe some exercise and reading. So now when you can put it together, now you're really starting to develop yourself in the morning. And how you start your morning is gonna flow through your day. You start the morning off lazy, the day is probably gonna flow lazy. But you started off on fire, watch how lit you are for the whole rest of the day. I'm telling you, it plays a big role. So family, this is mastering the basics. Okay, LARTS. Write this acronym down. This is going to be big coming into 2023. You see, it's one thing to know something, but it's a whole other thing to do it and apply it. So if somebody knows LARTS, go ahead and drop it down below. What does LARTS stand for? We're almost done. 5 minutes. What does LARTS stand for? You ready? Learn, apply, get results, and then go teach it. Take the time to learn the skill of trading. Take the time to get out and actually apply what is it that you learn when you get off these Zoom calls. Get some results, and guess what? Now you can go teach the newest person. That's exactly what I've done over the past couple of years. Learn the skill set of trading. Learn the skill set of e-commerce. Learn the skill set of branding on social media. Learn the skill set of e-commerce. And now able to do the exact same thing. Took the time to learn through the academy, to learn through the Go Lives, apply the knowledge, got results with the store, and guess what? Now we're able to go ahead and teach it. Now I'm able to help somebody get their store started in a matter of 3 days. I can have their store up and running, products, ads out, ready to go, right? Because I took the time to LARTS. So this is big, family. This is how you go ahead and truly master the basics. I'm telling you, if you can really grab this and run with it, 2023 is going to be your year without a doubt. So spend a good time every day evaluating how productive that we really were. Because family, it's easy to be busy. Very few people are actually productive. And the easiest way to do that every day, like we have our Sunday evaluation, we can do that 3 questions every day. What did we do well? What can we do better? And what can we focus on coming into tomorrow? And this is how you really elevate, because now in order to break records, it takes tracking records as well. So pay attention to what we're spending the most time on. Recognize if that's helping us or if that's actually holding us back or keeping us where we're at. So family, with that being said, that's my training for everybody today. If nobody told you yet, I'm proud of you. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. And I'm so excited to see the growth continue inside of all of our lives. So family, I love you. I appreciate you. It is your favorite entrepreneur. Define dreams. Remember, you can be, do, or have anything that you can hold in your mind. You can hold it right here in your hand. TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. Remember, most people live for the weekends. That's why they live weeks. So take some time for yourself. Take some time to get around your family. Take some time to get outside in some nature this weekend. Soak it up and be proud of yourself, because 2023 is going to be a year to remember. Smash that like button. Drop some 7s down below. And you already know it's game time, family. Let's get to work.